The team news for you. Asmir Begovic has been Chelsea's FA Cup goalkeeper this season, but Thibaut Courtois, the number one, is needed for a contest like this. From last Monday's win at West Ham in the league, Matic and Willian come in for Fabregas and Pedro, even though Pedro has scored in every previous round.
Well, Chelsea play in their usual shape with Willian and Hazard giving close support to Diego Costa. Kante and Matic will look to dominate midfield, which will then allow Moses and Alonso from their wing-back positions to play higher up the field.
Similarly for Manchester United, Sergio Romero stood down. David De Gea gets his first FA Cup action of the season. No shortages really in terms of selection at the back or in midfield. But Ibrahimovic is suspended, Rooney and Martial are injured. Marcus Rashford, though, has made it. He's answered the call, despite what Jose Mourinho has called some difficulties, believed to be illness.
Well, Mourinho, we believe, is going to match Chelsea in terms of formation. Jones, Smalling and Rojo play as a back three, Valencia and Darmian as wing-backs, with Mkhitaryan and Young supporting Marcus Rashford. But he could also play with a back four by pushing Jones into midfield and playing Pogba further forward.
Champions League as well. Here goes Rashford. He's quick, direct, confident. Mkhitaryan did it well, but not quite as true as he hoped the aim would be.
Good movement from Rashford, though. Pogba just helping the ball into space. Aspilicueta does well to come across to start with. Rashford wins the ball back, tries to go back in at the near post. Mkhitaryan.
He's one who's had to earn the trust of Jose Mourinho. It's Cahill. That's what you do when it's played into your feet. Brilliant from Hazard. Chelsea threatening here. Hazard going all the way, and my goodness, that was the first real surge from the home team, and Hazard really all down to his own brilliance.
And it's the first time Jones has let him get away. It was Smalling that went to close him down. It's past the challenger Rojo, and it's a double.
It's very different, Willian, with the braids. His corner. That's another brilliant save by David De Gea from Gary Cahill.
They're absolutely right. He's only 8 yards out or so.
Moses. David Luiz missed it. Alonso. Manchester United suddenly on the back foot. Chelsea finding their feet.
Oh, there's that shot by Cahill. He wins the battle against Rojo. What a save it was. That was creeping in the corner.
I think goalkeepers always have a favoured side, don't they? We've seen twice already from David De Gea that plunge to his strong right hand.
I think he gets fingertips to it. Yes, he does. Just enough. That's just as good as the second one. He wants to stop those playing at all costs.
There's Diego Costa. Matic, who's never scored a goal for Chelsea here at Stamford Bridge. And that didn't threaten to end that sequence. He's played 8 times. He's only been beaten 4 times in all matches. All of them in London, incidentally. Here's Hazard. And he certainly had every entitlement to take on the shot.
Again, good running. Just found that bit of space. Jones had been occupied elsewhere. He sees marking him there. Then he has to make the challenge against Matic. Now it leaves Hazard run past Rashford. Smalling doesn't get across quickly enough. He's just trying to hit this with power into the near post area.
Why does the captain have to have any say about it? Maybe because the officials these days are trying to work through the captain a bit more to avoid being surrounded by other players.
A red card here.
Second for Herrera, he's off. And a real change to the storyline at Stamford Bridge. And Herrera gets 2 yellow cards, and now Chris Smalling is in danger. Well, he's got to try and sort it out. Mourinho is feeling that an injustice has been done his way. Stuart, what do you think?
Well, what's happened here, he said to Smalling, the next player that brings him down, I'm going to book him. And that's what as soon as he gave the yellow card, he looked to Smalling and said, I told you so, the next one is going to get booked, and it happened to be Herrera. So straight away, Mourinho's going to make a change.
And Herrera sent off for the second time this season.
It's a late challenge. It's a bit of a dive as well, but he's beaten too easily, sticks out his right foot. It's a foul. And as a result, the referee's just said to Chris Smalling, the next player that fouls Hazard is going to get a yellow card. He's been fouled far too often in this game so far. And you can see why the referee gives him the yellow card. He can laugh as much as he likes. It's a silly challenge from Herrera.
Well, it swings Antonio Conte's way. He's position here. Draw United out of the middle. Conte is fired off target by Moses.
Once again, you see it quite often now, player on the angle trying to hit it hard and high into the near post area, beat the goalkeeper for power. Just gets too much height on it. Victor Moses. There's a late challenge from Valencia, was it?
Well, there's plenty going on down in the technical area, I can tell you that. Plenty. Mike Jones trying to keep the peace. Cahill. Now Matic. Willian. Conte, he winds up to have a go! Chelsea break through. Six minutes into the second half. Well, he scored his only previous goal against Manchester United in the Premier League game here back in October. And he's found the right kind of shot early in the second half as the 11 take the lead against the 10.
Well, they were defending really deeply. Pogba, could he have got out there that little bit quicker? Just wraps his foot round it. Conte. You can see David De Gea's going one way, he's moving his feet as the shot comes in, he can't get back across. But you'd like to see Paul Pogba, maybe even Rojo racing out to get a block in. Got so many men back.
Well, it was the surprise factor, I think, that got the better of David De Gea as well. He's made two outstanding saves down to his right at the other end.
You saw from that.
United to Wembley again in the semi-finals, of course, which in this competition are played over one weekend, the two games back-to-back. Here's Rashford. Can he get away here past Gary Cahill? It's all down to Marcus Rashford. It's a fantastic run. And Thibaut Courtois stops what would have been a sensational Manchester United response from this starlet that they have.
Well, the mistake was by David Luiz, who tries to win it in front of Rashford. One ball over the top, now he's running at Cahill. Goes past Cahill.
First to it was Hazard, and Chelsea set up for the counter-attack here. Conte about the release of the ball at the right time, in the right place. It's Matic. The Blues are massing in the middle. Willian. Now Hazard. And Manchester United mighty relieved from their own corner to escape from not going 2-0 down and only conceding a corner when it could have easily been a second goal conceded.
And the pass from Conte wasn't quite good enough to Matic. It just held up the move and he had to cross it. Willian tried his best to get it back on target. There was a threat. We saw it against West Ham last week.
Willian to take the corner. Free header, and again Diego Costa actually hasn't headed many goals for Chelsea. I think only 4 of his Premier League goals, 49 of them have been headers, but this was one which really he should have gobbled up.
Well, Darmian isn't marking him properly at all. It's an easy run. There's a bit of blocking going on by David Luiz, but Darmian's starting position was all wrong. There was no way he was going to get to Costa. Should do better, really.
He knows it was a very good chance, and he knows that Moses, Azpilicueta goes down the outside. Moses almost beats himself. Azpilicueta Gets in the cross, well dealt with by Rojo, cleared by Young, but only as far as Matic. That penalty area ring-fenced by Chelsea at the moment. Willian, Conte can hit it again this time. Chooses not to. Willian! Oh, that's close. But Diego Costa still complaining that he'd been knocked over a few seconds prior to that.
It's patient from Chelsea, but also they're looking for that. Fellaini gets across and stops Conte getting the shot in, but he then just squares it. That's exactly what Willian was looking to do. Just wrap his foot round it and bend it into that far corner. Doesn't come down in time. Here's the moment. Well, both are having a little go, aren't they?
And Hazard, Matic into Costa, all a bit tight in now. Pogba could have done better. He was not very strong at all, and Costa tries to punish him for it. Tackled by Rojo. No great appeals from the other Chelsea players. Oh, the Pogba was worried about giving away a free kick in the first place, or maybe even a penalty. This was the...
Gets beaten easily. Should shoot here, Costa. Just takes another touch. He's actually going down before the challenge even comes in. Rojo goes to ground, but then just sticks out his right leg. And a good challenge in the end. Here, David Luiz dives in. Cahill's got to show him down the outside, allows him to come inside. And he's always backing into the box, Cahill. It's a great opportunity. Maybe a couple of years down the line, he'd just pass that into the corner. Brilliant pace. Really good in the 1v1 situation. Not the finish he was looking for.
Such has been the Rashford fairy tale. It was a little bit of a surprise that he did. Used as a wing-back in that game at Arsenal for half an hour, and then found himself as one of the back three, but he's well forward in these circumstances. Now Willian! And De Gea just standing tall and beating it away.
That's that strike I was talking about earlier. Players now on the angle, just try and hit it as hard as they can. Hit the goalkeeper with pace, high into the near post. Good reaction.
And then in this first half, with the sending off of Ander Herrera for 2 yellow cards, 2 fouls on Hazard, and Willian has got past Rojo. Here's Alonso. Hazard, United.
The box. And that for a little touch. Rojo flies in, picks out the right pass, the right run as well from Diego Costa. Just beats him for pace, misses it with the inside of his left foot.
Valencia taking on Alonso, not once but twice. In first time by Phil Jones. Moses is rather headed up in the air. Conte went for it, comes out to Pogba. Another sight of goal for Manchester United. There have been precious few of them in the second half for the 10 men.
That was his moment. He didn't clear the ball particularly well, Chelsea. First touch is good. He has a little look to see if there's a pass on. There wasn't. Just doesn't quite make the perfect contact with it.
It will feel there will be a gap or two now. And this might be one of them. Hazard couldn't rein it in. Alonso, and Valencia did well, because there would have been a tap-in the middle for Eden Hazard.
Good counter-attack again. Valencia getting back into a good position.
We've only given it to Fabregas. Chelsea know that United will be short of numbers at the back. Diego Costa against Phil Jones. Fabregas steps in, comes out to Hazard. Fabregas. It's terrific commitment by Manchester United again, and by Marcus Rojo, when Chelsea were just picking their moment to make it 2-0.
It's a good save. Since Fabregas takes his time, gets his shot away. It's a save he should make. It's the right height for him. Pushes it away from